Hi, I'm David Kemp,
And I'm Shaniqua Kemp,
and we have been married for 2 years.
and today we'll be telling you about our proposal story.
And this is our 11-month-old Nayla.
Kemp. No, I'm just kidding.
A few weeks before, we went to a restaurant here in Kalamazoo, the Sky Deck. We went there and we had dinner, and she loved the location. I loved it too, but I never told her what my plans were.
We ate, and then he was like, we have to take our pastor and first lady here one day or out to eat. And I'm like, yes, man, let's take them like soon because it's gonna get cold and we're not gonna be able to come here again. And he was like, maybe in a couple weeks, we'll see. And I'm like, we have to.
So we end up coming back to the restaurant. Well, that was the plan, at least, to come back to the restaurant where I proposed to her, and we have all the people that we wanted to be there with us to share that moment.
And we're on our way to Kalamazoo, and he called Sky Deck, and Sky Deck is closed. And so he's like, man, we got to stop at the gas station because we can't just take them anywhere. These are people we love. And I'm just like, why is he being so dramatic? Like, we could just go to the Union. Like, why you got to stop at the gas station to pick another restaurant?
And so we went to a gas station. I'm like, we got to regroup because we got to take them to a nice restaurant. But really, I need to take you to a nice restaurant so I can put that ring on your finger. So we sat at the restaurant. I'm like, all right, where can I go? I'm like, well, we had our first date at the Union.
And when we get to the Union, we're sitting down, and David keeps getting on his phone. He keeps getting up. I'm like, what is wrong with David? And then my pastor and first lady's like, is he okay? Is he sick? I'm like, no, he's not sick. Like, but I don't know why she was like, maybe he's sick. I'm like, maybe I should ask him, is he sick? Because he keeps going to the bathroom. What is going on?
She's like, why you walking all fast? What's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. But I'm really in my head. I'm going crazy because none of my plans are going the way that I planned them. And I had to make sure everything was perfect, everything was right. I spent a lot of time in planning it, and so I had to re-visualize everything.
My first lady's like, you need to get off your phone. I'm like, but wait, he on his phone. Can you tell him to get off his phone? And she's like, you right, David, get off your phone. So I'm like, okay. So then she's like, let's go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, I don't have to go to the bathroom, but okay, let's go to the bathroom.
Thankfully, the manager was he was welcoming to the idea of me proposing to Shay. I told him, I said, hey, I was gonna go to this restaurant. I now have no choice. Could we have a proposal here? He was like, yeah, of course. Yes, you can. He was really excited. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, can I do it up there on the stage? Like, he's like, yeah. He's like, do it. I'm like, okay, cool.
So when we come back out, my seat is switched. So I'm like, strange, okay. And my pastor's like, oh, I just wanted to sit here. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'm cool with it. Just it's kind of weird. All right, my seat is switched. So at this point, I'm like, is my dad coming to meet us for dinner or something? Like, I don't understand this big. What is going on?
I say to her, I said, wouldn't that be crazy if I was up there singing? And she was like,
they are not going to call you up there to sing, David. Like, what are you talking about? So we're eating, and then they say, I think they call his full name David Kemp. And I'm like, he's sitting there for a minute, like, looking around. I'm like, I think you're the only David Kemp. Why are you not moving? He's like, oh, okay, this is me. They're talking about me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, he better not call me up here on this stage.
Yeah, I ended up bringing her on stage to sing her the song. She's nervous. She's shy. She's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm like, she's real shy, especially when it comes to, especially then. She was even more shy. So I'm singing to her, and then it's getting more real because I'm saying things that, either I'm going to marry you soon or I'm getting ready to ask the question today.
He sings, and then he pulls out a ring. So I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is way too much, because David never talked about marriage at all. Like, in the beginning, he would be like, when anybody talked about marriage, he would act like he was scared of it. And I was like, David, I don't like when you do that. He's like, oh, I was just kidding anyway. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that though.
I tell her, the smooth stuff, the things that is in my heart. You know, the things that I really wanted her to know that I had never shared with her, that I loved her and everything like that, that I never wanted to leave her side, and that, you know, I'm gonna be there for her through the thick and the thin. And then that's when I got on my knees and she walked away from me. That's what she did, actually.
I walked away from him because it was too much, and then I came back, and of course I said of course, and I didn't realize my whole family was there, which is why they moved my seat, because they thought that I would see them standing in the crowd, which I was not even paying attention to the door. That would have went over my head anyway.
And that's what it was. It was a beautiful night. We had the people that we loved and our friends there. And that was the place where we had our first date, the union. And it was just a great experience, and I'll never forget it. And it's wild that it's over. And I'm glad that it was even bigger than how I planned it, because that was the first day she knew that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her.
We are the Kemps, and you just watched Precision
14 Days of Love.
Action.
I just went blank.
Hi, we are the Kemps, and you just watched Dang, we should do it over.
Okay.
Precision?
Precision.
Oh, dang. So I had it. Precision 14 Days of Love.